Hello everyone. Welcome to my live. I'm a couple minutes late getting on tonight. Sorry about that. It's a marathon as usual, but here we are. It is Tuesday. Thank you for joining me. We're going to do a really fun class tonight, so I can't wait. My name is Laura Roderick. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in San Antonio, Texas. It's a beautiful sunny evening here in San Antonio, but still hot. About 10 minutes ago, it was still 97 degrees, so it's warm, but it's lovely. I can't complain. It was plenty of sunshine today. Hope everybody's doing well. So tonight we're going to do the use the Mediterranean Blooms suite. So I'm excited to show you the projects that I have for everyone. Hi, Renee. So this is a kit, you guys, that I pre-sold. And in the kit, you got all the products. You got extra products, Stampin' Up! Products to go along with the kit. You got all the pre-cut cardstock, the bag, the treat box, everything to make the cards tonight. So if you got the kit, you can craft along tonight. And I want to say thank you to everyone who got the kits. I do track everything, and I know that everyone who ordered received their kits, so that's great. I always cut a couple extra kits just in case something gets lost in the mail. I have it ready to go. And since everyone has received their kits, I do have 2 extras if anyone is interested after tonight in purchasing a kit. Okay. So that being said, let's get started. The first thing I like to do on my videos is give away a prize every week. And it's sometimes for sharing the video and sometimes for just commenting. This past week it was for commenting. So thank you everybody who commented on my video. I love seeing everybody's comments. It's awesome. And so I take all the names from both of my Facebook pages and the YouTube video, and then I do a little spin on an app on my phone and pick a winner. So this week we are giving away a Wink of Stella. Always handy. We always need an extra one of those, right? And this week's prize winner was Denise Guillen. So Denise, congratulations to you. Please send me an email or a text or a message just giving me your address, and I'll be happy to put that in the mail for you. And thank you again for commenting, and thank you all for commenting. I appreciate it so much. It's so fun to craft along with you guys. Okay, so this week I'm going to be giving away this pack of Basic Gray and Smoky Slate Pearls. Very, very pretty. And again, all you have to do is leave a comment. So thank you guys for commenting. Leave me a comment and you'll be entered into the contest for our next live. Okay, let me first make sure I'm coming up on Facebook. Step number 1. Okay, looks good. Now I can see your comments and turn the camera around. Okay, I'm going to turn it around and let's get busy stamping and having some fun. My camera situated here. Hopefully this will give us a nice good view. All right, I need to get a drink really quick too because I did not have time before we got started to even have a sip of water. Okay, thank you. Okay, just a reminder to everybody that the sale right now is still on for 10% off the bundles and 10% off the machines, the die cutting and embossing machines. So just a reminder about that. So tonight's class, we're going to be using the Mediterranean Blooms. I love this. It's popular. I've seen these designs everywhere. I've seen it on clothing. I've seen it in the stores. I bought a little mug to hold my markers with the designs. They have a whole dishware set at Kohl's, so that was fun. So I just love it. I think it's a nice combination of colors. So we're going to be using basically, I think, everything from this suite. We're going to be using the stamp set, the dies, some of these beautiful gems, and the designer series paper. Here are some of the samples in the catalog. This is on page 34 of the annual catalog. And here are the things that we're going to make this evening. So we've got this cute little hello card with beautiful embossing. We're going to do some coloring to do that one. We're going to do this one right here with some lovely die cutting. This one says, "You're the best kind of person." Nice simple cards to start with. This we're going to use a new die, the pocket dies, and this card just has a little pocket with a sentiment which says, celebrate, may all your wishes come true. And then on the inside of the card it says happy birthday. So that would be a nice card to give to someone. Then we're going to do this cute little treat box, and we've got some sanded lemon drops that we're putting inside. And then lastly, we're going to do this beautiful gift bag. And we've got the blue and gold theme going here. And then what we're doing is our little pocket card on the front. So if you give this as a gift, the card's on the outside, and you can just lift this up and write your sentiment. This says happy birthday inside, and again, the celebrate. And then you can just write what you want to on the inside. So I think that's super handy. So those are our 5 projects for this evening. Let me put everything aside to find a good place for this stuff. Okay, so the first card we're going to do is this one right here, and we're going to do some coloring. So that's going to be fun. Here is the bundle. This is Citrus Blooms, and it's the stamp set right here. Love all these pretty stamps. A few sentiments here too. We're going to be using the dies that go along with it. And there's 2 dies we're going to use after we stamp and color. And then we're going to use this beautiful embossing folder. And this is like a quatrefoil type folder. I can't remember the exact name of it right now. It's escaping me, but very, very pretty embossing folder that I thought coordinated nicely. And then just to be difficult, I threw in an extra die set just because I thought that the hello looked good on this little die from the perennial postage stamps. If you got the kit, I did this die cut for you because you don't need to have a million sets to do my kits, right? You just have to have this bundle right here to be able to complete the set. All right, that's what we're using. Here are our card pieces. So if you got the kit, you also got a strip of these beautiful beads, and these are called the Opal Rounds Assortment. These are still currently unavailable, but they will be available July 1st, so they're coming back right around the corner. But I did have enough to give everyone a strip of 2 in their kit. Looks like a lost one here. I don't know what happened to that one. It's probably in the envelope or like stuck on something. So we're going to be using those for our projects. There is no host code. Here it is right here. There is no host code this week, you guys, because like I said, I've already sold this kit. So I don't have a free with purchase host code this week. All right. Okay, so we're going to start with a basic card base, and this is kind of our standard card base that we use a lot. It's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. This is Old Olive cardstock. Our inside is 5 1/4 by 4 of basic white, and we're going to stamp on this corner right here of the cardstock. It's so weird to be doing this without my sheet right here. I have all this room. Okay, so our other layers for the front, and we can start layering these up right away. I have a piece of pumpkin pie, and I believe, hold on, I've got my sheet out of order here, so it's throwing me a little bit on the side. Okay, 5 1/4 by 4. All right, pumpkin pie. And then I took this layer right here, and this is basic white, and I ran it through the embossing folder. You can see the detail on that, how pretty that it is. This is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. So these are going to layer up right like that. So let's get out our adhesive. And we will put this down. Sometimes I put a little bit extra adhesive if it's been embossed. This is going to give us a nice skinny border. So we're going to center that right like that. And then we'll just go ahead and put it down on our card. All right, now we've got a beautiful card base ready to be decorated. I'm going to put that aside. So now I have this bigger piece. This is a 1/4 piece of cardstock in the basic white. So this is just 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. We're going to do stamping on that. So we have 2 things we're going to stamp on. Okay, we're going to start with Memento. So let me get that out. And these stamps for these oranges are quite large. So look how big this first one is. So it's going to take me a minute to ink it up. Make sure that I get all the areas. And then we're gonna color this. So I'm gonna put it right here. Make sure I get the whole thing on. And press down really good. Okay, that looks good. So far, so good. I think here in San Antonio, we're finally into our real summer now, where it's basically 95 to 97 every day and sunny, which is beautiful. I like it. It is officially summer. The last few years, we've run into a lot of 100-degree weather. I don't think I placed that quite right because I don't quite have enough room. So let me pull out another scrap of cardstock, and I'm gonna stamp this right here. And I'll cut that off so it's smaller. So yes, full on summer here now. Okay, I'm sure we all have plenty of basic white cardstock, right? If you did the same thing as me when you're doing the kit and didn't quite leave enough room to get both of them on there. Okay, so this one we're also going to do the small one in the corner. So let me just get a little scrap here. And because I'm gonna stamp off the edge. Let me just put something underneath. And again with the small one. And I kind of want it like right off like that. Okay, there we go. That's going to be for the inside. Okay, let's do some coloring. Coloring always takes the longest. And then we just have this little piece that I talked about before that's die cut out of Old Olive. As long as we've got this out, let's stamp the hello on that. Okay. Good, good, good. All right, so we're basically only using 3 different colors of the blends. And I'm going to start with this smaller image right here. We're not going to do the whole thing. I've done a little bit of pre-cutting, right? So I'm going to start with the pumpkin pie. Move these aside a little bit. And I'm just going to, you can see where they have the dots. Kind of give you an idea where to do the darker shading at. So we're just going to follow along with that. And then add some of the light. My light pumpkin pie tip is pretty frayed. I must have been coloring a bunch of embellishments with it. And maybe, just maybe, smushed it up a little bit. Okay, let's add some more of that dark. It looks like I'm a little fuzzy on the edges there when I stamped. That wasn't really a clean stamp. It looks like I moved my stamp a little bit, but it's okay. It is what it is. So y'all having a good week? Anything exciting to report? We're having a good week so far. Whoa. I've always got my color lifter handy for when I go out of the lines, which is pretty often. Okay, so I'm just kind of blending. I'm letting the colors kind of saturate a little bit, and they're easier to blend once I do that. So that's all we're gonna do for this. Okay, I'm going to take my my color lifter and just go over that one little spot that I went out of the lines just into my flower, because I don't want that to show. Okay, let's do the green. I'm using Old Olive. We'll do that one next. And as a matter of fact, I think the dark, I'm going to use the bullet tip. And all I'm going to do is outline some of the edges in the dark, and then just kind of go over the, this to be a little bit darker because it'd be a little more shadowy by the flower. And then we'll just blend this with the light. And I'll use the brush tip for that. It's getting to be prime vacation time. Everybody's going to be taking vacations. It's lovely that there's no school right now because traffic is awesome. Love that every day. Is that terrible? But I'm happy for the kids too. Summer is the greatest thing, to be off of school and have your whole summer to just relax and have fun with your friends. And who doesn't love summer, right? And I think the cicadas are starting to die in Chicago, so when I'm there next week, hopefully they're going to be gone because I don't want to play with the cicadas. Okay, I'm just going to go through and just do the stems in the dark. All right, and we've got these little stems right here. Okay, and then we're just going to finish off our leaves. Try and stay in the lines. And kind of let the colors come together and blend. Didn't stay in the lines. I should just leave this open, right? Okay, one more set of leaves. So I did a set of this last night to prepare for the video, and it did take me a few minutes. I'm going to say it took me like maybe 15 minutes to do all 3 of these images, the coloring. So it does take a little bit of time, but I think it's worth it because it's really pretty. Now, if you absolutely do not like coloring, you don't want to do this, you can just do some cutout from the designer series paper and piece it together on your card and make the same card just with the cutouts. That's a nice, easy way to do it and probably a lot faster. But I like to show you guys the coloring too. All the different ways to use it. Use your set. All right, one more. Then all we have to do with the flowers, and those go pretty quickly. All right, I haven't looked at any comments yet. I need to do that, but let me finish focusing on this coloring. Ugh, went out of the lines again. What's the matter, me? Does this work on your hands? Because I've already got color on my hands too. Look at. Okay. Now, all we have left is the Daffodil Delight, but I am going to get a baby wipe really quickly. Oh, Renee, she says she took the 2 youngest grandkids to see The Lion King live on stage Sunday. I bet that was amazing. I bet that was fabulous. I love going to plays. We're actually going to go to a play this Friday night here in San Antonio, and it's Clue. Do you guys remember the Clue, the board game? And I think they had a movie. I don't know, but we're going to see the play because it looked like fun, so I'm excited about that. I'm just using a little bit of the dark near the bases of the Daffodil Delight and in the middle of the flowers here. And then I'm going to take the light and kind of work my way out from the center, but I'm not going to do the whole flower. I want some of it to be white. Okay, this is not my best work. My stamping's messy and my coloring leaves a lot to be desired, but that's all right. Let me just get some of this green out of my flower. You know, sometimes if you use too much ink, it just blends too much and kind of goes outside of the lines. Okay, so we've got that one colored. We also want to do the one with the 3 oranges exact same way because we're doing the exact same thing. The leaves, the oranges, the flowers, and then for the inside of the card, we're going to color that too, okay? So you have 3 different things to color. Once you do that, you take the dies, and let me show you how this looks. We've got this big die right here, and that is going to cut out right here, Okay, so we've got that one all lined up to cut out. And then this other one here, this lines up perfectly with this one. So you can see how you'll just take that and run that through your die cutting machine to have your images. Okay, other really nice dies in the set. Obviously you have these little ferny things. These are for flowers. And then you have some dies, and we'll use these dies in a few minutes, and I'll show you more specifically how those work. Okay, so I have done this in advance. These are die cut and colored, so we have those pieces right there, and then also the inside. Renee, I've never seen, which movie are you saying you love? The Lion King movie? I bet that show was really great, like you're saying. We saw a Disney movie in New York once on Broadway, and it was Beauty and the Beast, and oh my goodness, that was so fabulous. That was great. We did a band trip when my son was in band in high school. Okay, so we're not going to get too fancy with this right here. We're just going to glue it straight up. I didn't use dimensionals or anything. I'm just using adhesive to put this piece on here. And we'll put this one right about here, like that. The other one is going to go right up towards the corner. Again, just a little bit of adhesive on the back. You could use liquid glue if you like. I'm preferring fast and easy. All right, now we've kind of covered the front of the card. Let's pop up our sentiment. Let me get out some dimensionals. Whoa, shoot, hold on. I need to find myself on Facebook again because I lost myself. So hold on a second. Give myself a second here. I don't know what I clicked on, but it went to somebody else's live. I was like, okay. All right, back. All right, dimensionals to put our hello on. Let's see if I can get that straight when I'm not looking at it face on. Okay, great. The inside, easy. Isn't that a pretty card? I love the vivid colors. They're just so pretty. All right, there's our inside. And I don't think I put a sentiment. You could put any sentiment you want or no sentiment and just write in there. Let's add some beautiful gems. And we'll use these ones that almost kind of look yellowy. You can see these are very, like, they almost have an iridescent quality, like almost like foil inside of them or sparkles or something. Hopefully you guys can see how pretty those are up close. All right, where is my take your pick? Here it is. All right, so we'll use some of these big and small ones there, and we'll put another small one down here like that. Okay, that first card, aside from the coloring, pretty easy. I'm not going to say fast, but I am going to say pretty easy. And there we have our first card. Okay, next we're going to do this one right here. And this one says, you're the best kind of person. Now we're not doing any more coloring. We're just going to do the cutting out, which makes it a whole lot easier. Okay, so I've also added, again, another die because this is the Unbounded Love dies. And I like these because they're great for sentiments. Look at all these beautiful frames. So we use this one right here. And again, that was pre-cut in your kit for the sentiment. So here's our kit right here. Okay, now you guys, when I do the product-based kits, you get products. So you got half a pack of the Mediterranean Blooms DSP. So you do some of the cutting yourself of the DSP, okay? So for this, we have the Night of Navy, 8.5, 5.5 score to 4 1/4, your basic 5 1/4 by 4 for the inside. For this one on the inside, all we're doing is just putting a little strip of DSP, and that's 4 inches by 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so we've got that. This is going to be our piece for die cutting. So we're going to die cut twice, and we're going to use this die cut right here. So for the first one, we're doing a frame. Okay, so we want this beautiful frame. So you're going to put it on your basic white cardstock to cut it out like this. And then you're going to take the outside, because this is going to cut into, but it's not going to cut the edges. So you need your edges cut out too. So you've got to put this one around. Okay, line it up so it's even border all the way around. And you're going to send this through your die cutting machine. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like after you die cut it. Beautiful, beautiful framed image. Okay, so we've got that put aside. Keep this handy because we're still going to use this piece right here. And so you're going to cut a piece of your DSP, 2 pieces of the DSP. You're going to do 5 1/4 by 4, and this is a piece for the inside that I just talked about, 4 by 3/4. Okay, so that's going to be for the inside. This piece right here, you're going to do the same thing, but you're just going to do the outside edge. So you're going to die cut it like this, and it's going to end up looking like this. Okay, and then this is going to fit perfectly behind here. So we have a little backdrop behind our cutout. All right, so that's how that's going to go. So that's that. Let me put the dies out of the way. Okay, the other piece is take one of these lemons out of your designer series paper, and we're just going to fussy cut this. Oh, Lisa says she's going to see Inside Out 2 with her daughter tomorrow. That is fun. That is super fun. All right, it's kind of hard for me to see the yellow flower against this backdrop, which also has a little bit of a textured background to it. It's not like a pure white background that the lemons are on. So I did not fussy cut these ahead of time, but they're very fast and easy to cut. So I figured it'd only take a minute to cut these out. Just leaving a little bit of a border. I think these images are so pretty and obviously a lot better than what I could color, right? So I use these in all the other projects as opposed to doing any more coloring. But I do like the first one we did. I think it turned out good. All right, I think we've almost got this one. I would have pre-cut these last night, but I truly just did not have time. I had a work meeting last night after work, so it was a really long day, and I didn't get home till late, so I had to get everything set up with not much time. Okay, let's start putting everything together because we have all our pieces now. We're going to stamp right here, and this almost looks like it's not exactly the right die. I wonder if I use something different. We're going to do it in Night of Navy. You're the best kind of person. Now I'm second guessing myself and wondering what was the die that I actually used. What set was that from? Close enough. It's almost the same thing. Okay, so the first thing I think that we want to do is put this to this. So we're going to do that with some glue, and we're just going to do little dots of glue. Okay, now you can also use the sheets, the adhesive sheets, to run this through. That would make it super easy. It would turn this whole big thing into a sticker, which would be a lot easier than putting 100 little dots of glue, but you know, afterthought as usual. So this isn't coming out very well yet. Hold on. Just do a little squirt. Okay. All right, I think we're better off now. Have you guys watched any other good movies this summer yet? I don't watch a lot of movie or TV, but I love a good movie suggestion from somebody who's seen it and loved it. I think it'll be easier if I just leave this down here. And a little bit faster. Living on the edge, doing this on top of the other piece. Hopefully I won't get glue on it. Okay, now let's see if I can get this lined up perfectly, edge to edge. And not get glue everywhere also. Start with a corner. Come down just a little bit. All right, it's tricky, but that's why you love the liquid glue, right? Because it lets you move it around a little bit. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm just gonna hold that down for a second. Make sure that's in place pretty well. Isn't that pretty? I think that just looks really, really pretty like that. Okay, let's pop it up on our card. The other side is beautiful too. Get some dimensionals. All right, and put this in the center of the card. Okay, let's do the inside and get that out of the way. Just our strip. Once you get these pieces, these cards come together pretty quickly. I could see making a whole bunch of these. Okay. We're going to pop this up and pop up the sentiment. Get a bunch of dimensionals out. Now when I'm doing these, I'm trying to get pretty close to the edges. And I'm kind of using a lot of dimensionals too, because I want it to lay flat and look nice. All right, and again, we're gonna put this up by the corner, kind of coming down like this. Let's get some dimensionals on here. And we'll put this at the bottom right here. Okay, so let's get some of the ribbon. So if you got the kit, you got a whole roll of this gorgeous, gorgeous ribbon. So pretty. With the gold glitter and the navy, the Night of Navy. So we're just going to tie a bow and just add a little something to this card and get glitter everywhere in the process, which is fine. I like having glitter everywhere, it's fine. All right, let's cut that. Okay, glue dot. Put this in the corner, right there. All right, that's pretty. My bow might be a little bit big, but that's okay. And then let's add a few more of the dots. This time we're going to use more of the clearish ones. So again, let's take a big one and put it here, a small one. Whoops, grab the yellow one. And then we'll put one more small clear one. I think I had it up here somewhere. We can put it on the white, it's fine. Okay, card number 2. Yeah, Renee, I'm reading your comment about putting adhesive on the backs of things like frames, like die cuts. That would be a good idea, right? Yeah. Okay. All right, you guys, card number 2. Pretty, right? Nice and simple, easy to make. Okay. Card number 3, we're going to do this one next, which is our little pocket card, which is fun. Get my glue right here. Okay, hold on one second. I need another drink. Okay, so for this next card, I brought in another stamp set. Now, we all have a million stamp sets, right, for sentiments, so just use what you have. The sentiments I used out of this one right here was the Celebrate, and these are 80% size-wise as far as images, so the actual stamps are bigger. So I used the Celebrate, and I also used the Happy Birthday. And did I use something else? Oh, and May All Your Wishes Come True. So those are the 3 that I used. And I don't know. I got the Celebrate out. I got the Happy Birthday, but did I get the May All Your Wishes Come True? Nope, sure didn't. There we go. Let's take it out. So anyway, that's the Unbounded Love stamp set, and I love these fonts. I think they're really pretty. I just, you know, there weren't that many fonts with this stamp set, but certainly you could use the fonts that came with the stamp set. I'm just kind of showing you something a little bit outside of that. That is not straight at all, which shouldn't matter, but it kind of does for me. Okay. All right, the other thing we're using is this die set here, which is Pocket Thoughts dies, and these are great. It's a very simple stamp set. It's just 3 pocket dies. We're going to be using this one right here, this middle one, and it just makes a lovely pocket, super easy. It scores it, it cuts it. So I thought, let's try that and have fun. If you got the kit, you got that die cut out already. Okay, so here's our pieces for this one. Okay, back to the old olive, 8.5, 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, 5 1/4 by 4 for the inside. So on the inside here, we're just going to put a little strip and put Happy Birthday. All right, here is that die cut from the pocket dies, and you can see how lovely it is. There's like a little rounded image scored, and then it has your score lines for you as well. This is the little piece of white that's going to go inside the pocket. It's going to just slide in there. So we have our basic white. And let me look at the, this is 3 1/4 by 2 1/4. Okay. And then I have just this little piece right here. And this is from those same dies again. Hold on, let me show you if I can find them here. I've got quite the pile going here now. And it's this die right here. Okay, again, that's from the Unbounded Love. If you got the kit, that's die cut in the kit. The kit comes like this. Okay, so it's all die cut for you. Okay, what did you need to cut from the DSP? So you needed to cut these 2 pieces right here. So you have 5 1/4 by 4, and this is 4 by 3/4. So this, you just cut this off the edge. So another 3/4 this way. Okay. So you have those 2 pieces like that. Another piece of DSP, this time a single orange to cut out. And then this piece right here is 2 3/4 by 2 1/4. Cut that out of your DSP. All right. And then you have all your pieces ready to go. So again, this should be a pretty fast card to put together. 2 things we need to do. We do need to stamp, so we're going to stamp in 3 different places. So we're going to do the Happy Birthday, May All Your Wishes Come True, and we're going to do the Celebrate sentiment. And I'm doing all of these in Old Olive. So let's start with the Happy Birthday. Let me pull this down a little because I don't know if I'm going to get this straight. These fonts like this, see how that font is? That messes me up every time because it's not straight. So I'm trying to figure out, well, how would it look kind of if it was straight? Let's just try it like that and see. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. We've got Celebrate that we're going to put on this little one right here. All right, so we've got that. And then let's do May All Your Wishes Come True. So this is going to be almost at the top. We're going to leave a little bit of room because we're going to do a little hole punch up there. All right, so we've got that like that. I think that's a little bit of ink up there, but we can fix that. Then we're going to do some of the flowers. So we've kind of got some big flowers and some small flowers and a bunch of ink on my fingers. So I'm actually going to stamp those in Memento because we're going to color those. So I'm going to randomly stamp a couple. Whoa, hold on. I'm messing up my comments again. Okay. All right. So let's do a few big ones first. So we'll do like a big one here, here, here. And then we'll fill in with some smaller ones. 1, 2, maybe one coming off like that. I think that's good. All right. Let's color those quickly. Let me get this ink off of here. So these flowers couldn't be easier to color. We're just going to take the dark and again just do the centers of the Daffodil Delight. And then just bring out some of the light daffodil, not all the way because we still want some white to show. And just make our little flowers like this. And isn't that sweet to pull out of your card? Okay, that's it. Let me get out, see if I can get this little bit off of here, right here. I don't know how that happened. I don't like it on my piece of cardstock. Okay, I think it's the last noticeable note. Either that or I'm just going to put a hole in it from all that. Okay. All right, let me get a hole punch. I'm just going to use a regular hole punch. And I'm just going to punch this right here. See if I can get it kind of sort of in the middle. Like that. All right, got that. Okay, let's start putting things together. Inside, why do I like to do the inside first? I'm not sure. I feel like because that's the easy part and it's easy to get it out of the way. So let's just get that in. See, does that need to be trimmed at all? Just a tiny, tiny bit. Okay, now we can just work on the front of the card. That's all set on the inside. Okay, easy just to put our piece of, which side do you guys think is the right side up? I'm going to say this side. Five and a quarter by 4 again, just as our background right there. Okay, next we want to start getting our pocket together. So we're just going to fold on the score lines, and let me get my bone folder. There it is. My bone folder's getting kind of gunky. It's time for me to clean that off. So isn't this nice? It's so easy. You just cut it out and then boom. Couldn't be easier. Let's get some tear and tape for this. I think that'll be a good way to adhere it down. I have my angle wrong, right? If it was going the other way, that'd be better. but it doesn't have to be adhered edge to edge. It's fine. Okay. That one is going to be in the way. Let me trim that off a little bit. Don't want it sticking where it's not supposed to stick. Okay. Let's lift those up and we'll stick this down. So this is the only size I've used so far, these pocket dies. It's just this medium one. But I've seen some cute things with the little ones. You could do 3 in a card in a row and have different things pop out of it. And of course, I'm sure the big one's handy. This looks like the perfect size for a gift card too. I'm pretty sure that you could put a gift card in there. So this is going to go right smack dab in the middle of the card. Okay. On the front of it, we've got this piece right here. And we've already talked about the measurement for that. So we're going to put this here, and then you can still see the lovely embossing right here with the little curves, which is pretty. All right, time to cut out another. Hold on. Yeah, Renee says if you do the inside first, you don't have to worry about forgetting it. That is so true. It's very quiet in here. Seems very quiet outside. When I go into Chicago, I think the day after the 4th of July, on the 5th of July, we're going to take Emmeline to the American Girl store downtown at Water Tower Place, so I'm excited about that. We have a whole bunch of really fun stuff planned for when I'm there. So I'm excited to get to see my grandbabies again. It should be really great. I'm not going to pop this up. I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive here. All right, and again to the corner, just like that. Let's pop up our sentiment. And this can go right there. Okay, lastly, we're going to put this side in. I do want to add a little bit of ribbon though, so I'm just going to take a little bit of ribbon and cut it. And then I'm going to thread it through. Let me do it this way too. Make it a little bit easier so my points are together. All right, and it doesn't matter if you go from the front to the back or the back to the front. I'm just going from the back to the front with this. And I'm just kind of doing a little bit of a slip knot. So I'm just going to put this through here. And this ribbon's pretty stiff, so I'm going to be careful that I don't rip my paper when I'm doing it, because I'm going to be pulling a little bit on these ribbons. So let's see if I can. I didn't rip it the first time I made it, so we'll see. I'm just going to manipulate it a little bit. Do one side at a time. There we go. So I've got almost a little bit of a knot there, which looks fine. Straighten it out. And then I'm gonna just clip it a little bit shorter, like this. Okay, now I've got that to come out of my card. And then we can just slip this right in here. Very cute, right? A nice little surprise. Then this time, let's use some of the blue dots. And again, I'm just using 3, and we'll put one up there. All right, you guys, we did it. We did card number 3. I don't know, which one's your favorite? I kind of like this one because of the pocket and the nice little surprise when you pull it out. But I think I like all of them. It's hard to pick one that's my favorite. Okay, card number 3. Let's do our next thing. So do you guys remember when we had these are retired now. We had these little clear gift boxes, and I love these because they're so easy to decorate and you can see through them, so you can see what the treat is inside, and that's one of my favorite things about those boxes. So these are 3 by 3, I believe. Let me see. 3 by 3 inches. And then they just fold and tuck in together, you know, tuck the sides in. And then I'm just using a little ribbon to hold the sides shut until you're ready for the treat. So if you got the kit, this was included in your kit. If you're not getting the kit, you can get these on Amazon, but I think they're just a little bit bigger. They're either 3 1/4 or 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. Still square, still clear. So you can still get these. You just have to go to Amazon now to get them. And it'll just be a little bit bigger. So this is the little cute little treat box we're going to make. Yeah, I was sad when those retired because that was one of my favorite things. Okay, the other thing we're using is these happy little things, this teeny tiny little die set that just had 2 dies, right, for sentiments. So we're just using this flagged one right here. If you don't have this, you can just cut and just hand flag your banner, so it's not a big deal. It's die cut for you if you got the kit. All right, and we're just going to stamp friend on it. So this is a super easy thing to put together. We didn't use a bunch of stuff for this. So, all right, let's put our box together first. So we're just gonna warm up all of our seams on our box, and we're gonna put our candy in. Okay, well, I think that's pretty good. All right. Let's put our candy in. So I got these sanded lemon drops, and I got these on Amazon. So we're just gonna put some of these in. You can put any kind of candy in that you like, of course. But I thought these were fun because they're kind of lemon themed, like sticking with the theme that we got going here. And I just want to shove a whole bunch of them in there so it's nice and full. If you got the kit, I sent the candy also, so you could complete the project as it's shown. We'll close this up. Now, I've got my flaps you can see in the back here. So I'm going to flip it over because I want the other side to be the front. Okay, so we want this side to be the front. All right. And then, although it doesn't matter that much because it's going to be covered up by the paper, but we don't want these edges kind of showing. Okay, so this is going to be our front. Then where they close on the sides, I want the ribbon to go this way to kind of hold it shut. So I'm just going to keep it in this orientation right here. All right, I'm going to use a little bit of Night of Navy and stamp Friend. And that is from that same sentiment set that I showed you. And I'm going to kind of put it towards the end here. We can clip this if we want to. So we've got that. We've got our piece of DSP. Now this one I already die cut and put in your kit because I actually die cut this with the Stylish Shape square. So that came already die cut in your kit because I didn't expect you to have the dies for this. Okay, so that is die cut out. You can see the little perforations there. So we have that. The other thing you're going to need is a single lemon. So let me cut that out again. And again, I'm sorry I didn't get to do this last night, so you have to watch me keep cutting these. But if you're crafting along with the kit, you'll be cutting along right with me. Okay. This kit caught my eye right from the beginning when we were on stage, and I was like, oh, that one's really pretty. I like that a lot. Even though I was like, all right, didn't we just have, like, remember the kit, the stamps that we had with the lemon and lime slices? And I was like, didn't we just have a lemon kit stamp set? But And I was sold anyway, because I really like it. And it's quite different. It's very, very different. All right, there we go. This one's super easy. We're just gonna use some adhesive. This would be pretty on it too, right? If you didn't like the blue and you decided you just wanted to do those colors like that, that would also be very beautiful. But I do like the combination of the blue together. All right, center that up. Just gonna glue this part down. We're going to tie some ribbon. Make sure I have it long enough. This ribbon I love too because it's stiff enough that I don't have to use my ribbon scissors. I can use my regular scissors and it cuts beautifully. Add a little sparkle to our package. Nice little treat for somebody. All right, trim it up. Good. And then we're just going to add the sentiment. I'm just going to trim this up. You could make it a little happy birthday sentiment or anything that you like. Let's use a glue dot because it's easy. And just set it right underneath our ribbon like that. Okay, how fast and easy was that? Nice, fun little treat. You could make a bunch of these as little favors for sure. For sure. Okay, now our last project. This is going to be our gift bag. And I think it looks really pretty with the gold. Now the blue's not exact, but I think it still looks really pretty if you gave somebody a gift in that. So let me put it right here so I can look at the card while we're making it. Okay. Whoa, thank you, Renee. Appreciate it. Lisa, I think the lemon punch, I don't know about the lemon punch. Okay, so for the card, we're going to attach this right to the bag, but we're going to start with this piece of Night of Navy, and this is 5.5 by 4 1/4, so a quarter sheet of cardstock. That's going to be our base. Now you got a whole pack of the gold in your kit along with the DSP, so you will cut your own gold, 5 1/4 by 4. That's going to be the next layer. Then this one is 5 by 3 3/4. You're going to cut out of that. Okay, so let's, no reason not to attach those right now. We've done this card several times. I think it's a nice, easy layout and looks cute. All right, so there's the back of our card base. Now we want to do the part where we're going to put it inside, okay? So we have got, this came in your kit. This is a piece of Night of Navy. And this is actually 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 and then cut on the diagonal. So that piece is going to go right here. Then you're going to cut your cardstock gold 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And you're also going to just take it and cut it diagonally, corner to corner. So that's going to be our next layer. All right. Then also this matching cardstock 2 1/2 by 2 1/2, and that's going to be this piece right here. So I did not cut that one yet. So let me get out my trimmer and we'll just go corner to corner on this. I want to get it exact so it looks nice. All right. All right, so let's take our glue and just do our 2 edges. I'm using liquid glue. I like it because it's kind of, I can get kind of a skinny edge to it. And I know it's going to hold pretty well too, even in this crazy Texas humidity. Although really the humidity is not terrible today, I'm going to say. It's bad in the morning. It's like we get the humidity, the clouds and some humidity in the morning from the coast, kind of, you know, from like the Corpus Christi side. And then it burns off by the afternoon and clears the skies, and it's nice and hot with a lower humidity. Okay, let's just use a little bit of seal on our gold corner. And we're just going to layer things up and leave a border. I love the gold with this. All right, now we've got this right here. So we've got a great card base started right here. We're going to let that dry for a minute and put it aside so we can work on our other pieces. So this is from Stylish Shapes. I die cut this for you. We're just going to do Celebrate in Night of Navy. The other part we're going to stamp. So this is going to be our card insert. And this is Night of Navy as well. And this is 8.5 by 3 inches. And then it's scored at 4 1/4. All right, so that's going to be this card right here. Then we have this white piece that we're going to stamp on that goes right inside here. And this piece of basic white is 2.5 by 1 1/4. No, that's not right. I'm totally lying. I don't think I have it written down right. Oh, I'm sorry. It's 4 inches by 2 3/4. Shall we double check? 4 inches by 2 3/4. Okay, that's correct. Okay, so what we did here is we're going to stamp the happy birthday and then just this little pattern right here that comes in the stamp set too. Okay, so let me get my stamps out. I have to clean a couple of them because we've already used them. I'm right on the edge of an avalanche over here. I know, Renee, I'm going to put my whole hand in the ink pad. I know. It's going to happen. All right. Let's see. Happy birthday. Need to clean that one. And then I need to clean off the Celebrate. Okay. All right. Happy birthday is going to go on the inside. See if we can get it straight twice in a row. Good. I'm very happy with that. Then we're going to take this fun little one and we're just going to do a little pattern at the bottom. Did I do it offset? Yeah, I did it a little bit off to the side. Just like right like this. Okay, so that's going to be for the inside. And then all we have left is Celebrate. Okay. All right, let's assemble. But wait, I have to cut one more piece. This one has the 3 little oranges this time. And then the other piece that you're gonna cut from your DSP is this 4 by 2 3/4, which I think was the same size as the inside piece. And that's gonna go on the outside of our card. Okay, last die cutting, or I'm sorry, fussy cutting project for tonight. Okay, so next week, so like I said, I'm going to Chicago next week. And so for 2 Tuesdays, I will not be live. But there's a lot going on right now. And I feel like I want to either go live Monday night or Sunday night this week. Because, you know, being not live for 2 weeks is a long time. And there's a bunch of nice sales. So right now until the end of the month, we have that great 10% sale. And then I saw today that there's another sale starting July 3rd, and it's like coupon day, so you get a $5 coupon for every $50 you spend, and I think you can collect them and redeem them later. So that's one of the reasons I was late getting on, because I was like, you know, these things happen while I'm at work on Tuesdays, and then I was like, I need to go on and print that flyer And I didn't have enough time. I tried to, but I couldn't find it fast enough, so I didn't print it. But anyway, so that starts July 3rd till the end of the month. So there's back-to-back sales coming up, which is great. And then the new online exclusives, those are coming out July 5th. So I think I want to do an online exclusive class either Sunday night or Monday night. I feel like if I do it Monday night, I'm going to be too stressed out because I'm leaving Tuesday. And of course I won't be organized because that's just not in my nature to be organized like that and ready ever. So I might try to do it Sunday night. We'll see. Plus I haven't created the class yet, so there's that. But I thought that's what we should do this week. And then, like I said, I'll be off the 2 Tuesdays. So, yeah, we'll talk more once I go live about the next kit, because I'll have that kit go live for 2 weeks since I won't be there. So you'll have 2 weeks to place an order and use the same host code and get that kit plus, you know, the $5 off the 50. So it's going to be a real good bargain. All right, let's put this together. Here's the inside card. So let's just put this down on the outside. Okay, Renee says she votes Sunday. I vote Sunday too, but that's if I can get my act together, Renee. We'll see if I can get it together. This on the inside. Did you guys see some of the beautiful new online exclusives that are starting? So I have a couple favorites. Well, they're probably all my favorite, right? So of course I like the Halloween one. That's really cute. The Christmas one, that's sweet, is absolutely gorgeous with the pretty leaves and everything. And then the one with the sled and the skates, OMG, it's so pretty. I love it. So I can't wait to play with the new toys. I think tomorrow night is when I'll start working on a class. My fingers are so dirty now from all the stamping. Hold on, I have to try and fix it a little bit. Okay. How's that for an ugly bow? Let's see what we can do here. This is no bueno. Okay, we'll keep it nice and big again. Glue dot. So like I said at the beginning, if you missed out on this class and you would like to purchase it, it's $45. And I know that seems like a lot of money, but when you break it down, you're getting $22 worth of Stampin' Up! Products. You're getting the gift bag, you're getting the candy, you're getting the treat box. In addition, there's tax, which is almost $3 that I have to pay to the state of Texas. And then shipping is $8. Sometimes it's a little more. So when you kind of subtract that out, it comes to like $35. You're getting $22. So it's really not that much money, you know, when you look at it versus cost, right? I mean, yeah, it's still a lot of money, but when you look at it versus cost, yeah, it's not. All right, let's put the Celebrate on the front. And I have 2 of those kits left over. Okay, there we go. Now, this seems busy enough, so I really didn't put, oh, I did put, which ones did I do? I guess I did the yellow. I was like, I didn't put any dots, but apparently I did. You just can't see them that well. All right, let's put here. Whoops, come back. I wasn't paying attention. There are dots on here. So as you can see with the kit, even though it's only, you know, 2 strips, you still have a lot left over to play with too after you make all these projects. So that's good. And I'm glad I had gotten a lot of these in advance so that I didn't get enough to give everybody a full set in the kit, but enough so everybody could play with the kit. Okay, lastly, we're just going to attach this to our bag with some seal, and then we can add a little bit of ribbon to tie the bag with. So right about here. And we're going to use 2 different ribbons. Now this iridescent ribbon, the striped ribbon, also not available right now, but I think this also is coming back the 1st of July. So that's right around the corner. And I did include this in the kit too. So you would have all the ribbon that you needed to make the projects. We'll see how long we want to make this. And we'll just tie it around the handle. Kind of the opposite side of where the bow is on the other side. Okay, we'll leave it nice and big. Kind of separate our bow a little bit like that, and then we just want to make sure that our ends look pretty. All right, that's it. That is our last project for tonight with this beautiful Mediterranean bloom set. I hope you guys like these projects. I think they were fun. So we've got our gift bag. Let's bring in the rest of our projects and take just one last look at what we got. We did a couple of these beautiful orange cards. These, you could just change this to a thank you or a happy birthday too, which I think would be great. You're the best kind of person. Again, happy birthday, thank you. I feel like I never have enough thank you cards. I might turn some of these into thank you cards. Our celebrate card with our little pocket wishes. And then we have our treat bag. So that's a lot of projects, right? We did a lot of projects. Okay, you guys, thanks so much. Oh, thank you guys. Thanks, Lisa. If you guys would like the project and measurement sheet, email me, or if you're on my email list, this is going to go out tomorrow. If you got the kit, it comes in the kit as well. I always make a paper copy and put it in the kit. So you'll have the projects. Wait, there's a sheet missing. There's 3 sheets to this one because there's 5 projects. So it has all the measurements. If you'll notice when you got the kit too, I did the ones that you're cutting yourself out of the DSP in red. So it would be easy for you to follow along which pieces you need to cut and what the measurements are for those. All right. So that's easy for the instructions. Again, we talked about the 10% sale. These are some of the online exclusives that are coming July 5th. And this is the one I was talking about that I really, really love, is this one. It looks like it's called Season of Green or Graceful Greenery. It's got vellum, all kinds of stuff. I think that one's really pretty. So I can't wait to use some of these things. This is going to be fun come Halloween too. That's a great kit. So all these things are coming up. It's just going to be another busy month with Stampin' Up. Last chance to get the June Sweet Stampin' Friends tutorial. Again, we're off in July, so we will not have this. This is free with a $35 purchase. It comes to your email electronically, and you can do all these fun spotlight cards. This is the one that I did in there, and then there's 8 other demonstrators who have done them as well. You guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. And maybe I'll see you Sunday or Monday. Leaning towards Sunday. We'll see what happens. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.